Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Well, today we have the Super Friends Wave 3 reveal, and to no surprise, it aligns almost perfectly with the rumored leaked list that we had out a few months ago. Now, if you are subscribed to our Instagram channel, you would have seen that we also posted this information just earlier this week. So if you haven't subscribed to our Instagram page, go check us out there and definitely hit us up. Now, some of you may be asking, Wave 3? Well, Chris, what happened to Wave 1 and Wave 2? We didn't see any videos. Did we miss anything? The answer to that is no. Now, we haven't posted that video yet because honestly, we haven't been able to record it just yet. It's still in the pipeline, so Steven and I have the Wave in hand. We just haven't had the time to actually get it recorded. Once we saw this Wave 3 reveal, we had to get this video out for you guys. But don't you worry, the Wave 1 and 2 video is one of our top priorities. It is something that we are looking forward to recording and getting out to y'all as soon as possible. So thank you for all the questions regarding that, and rest assured guys, we are going to have that out as quickly as possible. Alright guys, let's go ahead and dive into this reveal. It looks like we're going to be having 6 figures in total for this one, 3 heroes and 3 villains. For the villains, we're going to be having Brainiac, Bizarro Superman, and Bizarro Batman. For the heroes, we're going to be having the Wonder Twins with Gleek and Aquaman. It looks like all these characters do come with some type of an accessory. I didn't see one with Jaina herself, but I think Gleek is supposed to be that accessory. So let's go ahead and check out the villains, and the first one we'll take a look at here is going to be Brainiac. This is classic Brainiac and the one that most people remember. I think in the comics this is going to be more of kind of the future Brainiac, but this is fantastic because this is exactly how he looked in the Super Friends TV show. Now this accessory he has, it is some type of ray gun. I'm not exactly sure what the ray gun does in the cartoon, so if you guys happen to know what it is, leave a comment below and definitely let me know so we can have a little bit of context behind this ray gun. Now I know Brainiac is also a very popular figure, especially with the superpowers line. We had a few different versions and variants of him throughout. So it's great to have this version because we did have one very similar to that in the superpowers line itself. Next up on the list, we do have Bizarro Superman. Now I do love this because of course it is looking just like Superman with the Bizarro facial features. They did a great job with the lines on the face, and of course it's not going to be Bizarro without the backwards S, which we can see they have both on the chest and the cape here. Now for Bizarro's accessory, this is another ray gun, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what this one is, so again, if you guys happen to know, definitely leave that comment below. I do like the cape that they have on the Bizarro figure itself, but I'm not exactly sure how it goes around his neck. That looks a little interesting, so we will have to see what it looks like in hand. Again, we are going to hold off final judgment until we are actually able to do an unboxing for this. But overall, very happy with this Bizarro. It's that classic look, and I really do like the way that they have the Bizarro or Superman emblem on here. So this Bizarro figure looks really awesome. I think Steven and I are going to be pleasantly surprised when we actually finally get it in hand and we are able to look into it further detail. And next up we have Bizarro Batman. What I like about Bizarro Batman here is, hey, they did a reverse emblem with him as well. Just kidding. We don't know if it's actually a reverse emblem. We're just going to assume it is, but there's no way for us to actually tell on this. Now with Bizarro Batman, the face lines on this really just makes him look like an older version of Batman. So it doesn't really work too well for Bizarro Batman as well as it did for Superman. Again, just because his face is completely covered up here. I do love the Adam West style bat mask, but again, that's also exactly on par for the Super Friends TV show. Now I also do love the Batarang. This is a perfect accessory for Batman, and this is just that classic gray and blue outfit. Alright, so now that we've checked out the villains for this line, let's go ahead and check out the heroes, and we're going to kick it off with Aquaman. Now Aquaman's outfit is the classic orange and green colors. I do like how they have kind of like the little scale going around his chest that kind of help give a little bit of depth about it. His accessory looks to be some type of a communicator. I don't know if they use this more for Super Friends communicating with each other, or if this was used when he was undersea. But for the most part, again, Aquaman looks just like he was out of the Super Friends TV show. Again, holding off final judgment until we actually have him in hand. For Aquaman's accessory, I would have liked to have seen maybe something a little bit different, maybe some type of a fish, a seahorse, a trident. I just don't think the communicator is a great accessory piece for Aquaman here. Moving along, we have the Wonder Twins, and the first up we have is Zan. And from Zan's reveal photo, his accessory is a wrench, which I don't really get because as far as I can recall from the cartoon, he generally turned into something like a bucket of water. So I think this accessory would have been much better if it was a bucket or just something to do with something that we all really kind of remember. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe he did use a wrench a lot more throughout the show, but I just don't recall. Now, while his outfit looks really good, I think maybe the belt is just a tiny bit too big, but I can't get a really good look at his face. There seems to be something just a little bit off on here. I don't know if it's maybe a little squished or a little bit more round. There's something that's a little bit off on it. Maybe when we get it in hand, I'll be able to really identify it. But overall, he looks pretty cool. Like I said, the colors are spot on for the show itself, and he looks pretty decent overall. And last but not least, we do have Jaina with Gleek. Now, it doesn't appear that Jaina has any type of accessory, so I'm guessing Gleek is the accessory. So while I wasn't sure if this was going to be a 6-pack or a 7-pack, I'm assuming it's just going to be a 6-pack, and Gleek is going to be, again, Jaina's accessory. Now, Jaina does look really good. I really love the stiletto boots that she has here. And her face and hair just look simply amazing, again, from these reveal photos. But we'll be able to dive into this more again when we have the figures themselves. Gleek, on the other hand, while he looks hilarious here, it doesn't look like he has any type of articulation, so it seems like his hands are going to be stuck over his head like this. I don't know, maybe the tail's going to be able to move around. Maybe compose it that way. But overall, it looks like he's going to be kind of a more static type of a figure that you just are able to place around, whereas all these other figures definitely appear to have some multiple points of articulation. Alright guys, so that's going to be the quick look at the Super Friends Wave 3 reveal. Again, these figures are going to be available for pre-order on October 2nd. Speaking of pre-orders, earlier today they had the Batman Returns DC Multiverse line that was available for pre-order, and they also had exclusives that were available from the McFarlane Toy Shop as well as GameStop. If you were able to get in on this pre-order, congratulations, because these are some really awesome looking figures. You may be asking us, hey, how come you guys didn't do a video for this pre-order? Honestly, we figured that these were going to be sold out by the time the video was even up and available, because these just really look like amazing figures. What was included in this line is going to be Batman, Penguin, Catwoman, Max Schreck, the Duck with Penguin, which is a 2-pack. I believe this is one of the exclusives, as well as the Commando Penguins. So again, the Batman Returns figures look really great, and again, if you were able to snag some of these, congratulations, those are so awesome. As this video was before the pre-order, we obviously didn't have them in place, but hopefully we did, because again, really awesome looking figures. I really hope you enjoyed this reveal with me today, and if so, go ahead and drop a comment below on which one you're looking forward to the most. If you have any of the Wave 1 or Wave 2 figures, let me know what's your favorite one. And heck, while you're down there, if you haven't already done so, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because we are a small and growing channel, and we definitely appreciate your support. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and until the next video, happy hunting, stay super, and of course, you guys have a great one.